Hi guys, I thought I'd do a Q&A with Deathless mode gameplay with my low level character, and it's my Ephixa using the Solartrans GX, which I showed getting in the last video. So I'm going from the most recent comments backwards. So the first one is from Zwan Lee, and he asks what armor was I using in the last video for Cyrus, as he hadn't seen it before. Well, it's the dark plate armor, and I equipped it with the stateless helm, and I actually thought they were a good match even though it's not a set. So Mozo Games asks about getting chips, and I have got videos on how to get chips, and I'll put them in the description under this video. Adorably cute Azriel asks, do I use every weapon or chips? And I think that means for mastering them. Yes, I use them to master. I don't master with chips. Sometimes I'll speed up the forge with chips, but to master them I only fight with them. Aston Kurt Bravo asks, how do I get a lot of items upgraded? Well, you have to keep mastering them, and then when you've mastered them you take them to Jensen the Forge Master and you pay the chips, and he'll keep upgrading them, and each time they're upgraded you master them again. And to get past level 10, which I get asked a lot, you need to play Deathless mode, and I've got a video about that and I'll put it in the description under this video. That guy who yells says he sold one of his Darkfire gems by accident, and is there any way to get it back? Well, unfortunately no, there's not. However, every now and again there's an Aegis tourney that offers another Darkfire, so that's how you'll be able to get another one. Tristan Buchanan asks about slashing, as he has a on slash damage Titan gem. Well, slashes are those arrows that appear on the screen, and you follow the arrow and you'll get that extra damage when you have the gem equipped. And it happens during super, and for heavy weapons it's during the combos. When you hit twice in the same direction with heavy, then a slash arrow appears on the screen. Also during super for both heavy and light. M7MD03SA asked in the last video, where is that boss to get the map of heaven? Well, it's the Lindre in Act 4, Ephixa's Act 4, which is the Pinnacle Monastery. And as I mentioned, you need to be over level 25 and defeat Lindre with Ephixa, and then you can fight her with Cyrus. And it's the act that I'm showing in this Deathless mode actually. So that's the one that I was playing, and in normal mode when you fight her with Cyrus, then you can get the map to heaven. Mr. Fedongalon believes that the Solartrans isn't effective against the Collector as he blocked the magic attack rings. Well, I think your Collector probably had immune to magic perk, and any of the bosses can have that, and even the Titans. So it shows at the beginning with the stats about the Titan. It will come up if they have any perks. So if they're immune to magic, then yes, you can't nullify, and then the Darkfire doesn't have effect, especially if they have spectrum defense like the bosses. If they don't have immune to magic, then when you nullify them, your Darkfire will have full effect. And he's wondering about what areas there are to explore. Well, I've got a video on all the hidden areas in the game, and I've put that in the description under this video. Crazy Gamer asks, how do you get Ephixa's last armor set? Well, that's the Kermek armor, and you get it from Deathless mode from the store. Once you're in Deathless mode, select all or store and you'll see what you can buy in there. And I've got videos on all the hidden items, so I'll put the playlist for those in the description under this video. Proloy Hassan asks about the map of the looter, and he had trouble collecting the No Mercy blade after defeating the first Titan. Well, go closer in to get to the next Titan, and when you're actually in front of that entrance, have a go at tapping the column at that point. Go GK8511 asks, how do you get gold quickly? Well, the best way is at Larioth when you play it with Ephixa, and it's the chest after you defeat the second Titan, and that gives you the most gold. And I've got that tip in a video, and again I'll put that in the description under this one. Wannabe AGP asks, if you lose the classic IB in Deathless mode, will you be able to buy it back? Yes, that's right. If you don't win it back when you return to Deathless mode, then it will appear in the store. John Knight asks, how do you get Titan level gems? Well, they appear in the store, the gem store, and also sometimes in the merchant ship. And to get higher ones, you just want to fuse 3 smaller ones together, and you'll also find them appearing more in higher awakenings. Mr. X the Assassin asks, what should he do with his 1 million gold from the Kabuki tournament? Well, you can either buy a solar trans, or you could look at buying those heaven blades like I showed in the last video, because then you'll be able to get to the Meteus Observatory once you have the map to heaven. The Grey Reader asks, how come my wreath has the right texture? Well, it's because it's an older video before he lost his colour, so that's why some of my wreath videos he's still black. But if you look at the more recent ones, my wreath is also blue as well. Nick Vu asks, what does a higher level magic stat gem do? And yes, it does make the effect of the magic last longer, and with attack magic it will do more attack, so that's like shock and holy and incinerate. You'll get more attack, and for the ones like nullify and freeze, the effect will last longer. Okay, so that's Lilindre down and questions answered. Thanks for watching tamLChannel, your favourite channel for Infinity Blade. If you enjoyed the video, please like, comment and subscribe, and check out my website and social pages. Thanks, see you next time.